Breaking on Eyewitness News at 6. A devastating and deadly crash on the way to work claimed the lives of several migrant workers here in Central Florida.
The bus that's just totally mangled and through the fence.
Tonight, while investigators piece together exactly what happened, we're bringing you live team coverage of everything we know about the crash, who was involved, and what we uncovered about the company who hired these workers.
Devastating.
And we've got a lot to get to for you tonight as new information continues to roll in surrounding the deadly crash and the DUI charges just filed in this case. Good evening, I'm Greg Wormuth.
And I'm Martha Sagowski. That crash happened around 6:30 this morning as 53 workers were being bused to work at Canon Farms in Marion County. That's when state troopers say the pickup truck crossed the center line and sideswiped the bus along Highway 40, causing that bus to veer off the road. We've just learned the driver of that pickup truck, Brian Howard, has been arrested and is facing 8 counts of DUI manslaughter. Channel 9 has a team of reporters digging into every angle of the story. We begin with our Daryl Matthews, who is live along the scene of the crash with more on those new charges just filed against the man in the truck that is just over your left shoulder.
Yeah, Greg, just about 30 minutes ago, they took the bus from the scene, and just like you said, that new information came in that same time frame. And we've been talking about this Ford truck on the side of the road all day. That's the one that veered into the center lane. Now, State Highway Patrol said it belongs to this man, Brian Howard, and they say they arrested him, and he's been charged with 8 counts of driving under the influence and manslaughter in this morning's crash.
This will be a very long and lengthy and thorough investigation.
It's all hands on deck for Florida Highway State Patrol, Marion County Sheriff's Department, and Fire Rescue to start the initial process of investigation as to why this pickup truck collided with a bus full of migrant workers.
They do an outstanding job in their investigations, and they will find out the cause as long as the evidence, the physical evidence, and everything points to it.
State Highway Patrol says the crash happened early Tuesday morning when the bus and this Ford pickup truck collided after they sideswiped along the busy State Route 40 in Marion County.
There are a lot of farms, there are a lot of these buses that are traveling along this road on a regular basis. You know, unfortunately, they carry, 50, 60 people.
Officials say the bus was carrying 53 migrant farm workers on the way to a local watermelon farm for day work. FHP says Brian Howard has been arrested for driving under the influence. The driver of the pickup truck drove towards the center lane, colliding with the bus. The bus then veered onto the shoulder through a fence, hitting a tree before flipping into this open pasture, killing 8 people and sending approximately 40 to the hospital.
Some of those are also in very serious condition, so there's high probability this may be beyond 8 fatalities.
Investigators say much of the information surrounding the crash will take months to complete. Now, again, this investigation is still in the beginning phases. FHP says a commercial motor vehicle team has been out here doing most of the legwork surrounding that bus. The identities of the victims have yet to be released. We're live in Marion County. Daryl Matthews, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
We've learned the migrant workers were living at this motel in Gainesville, nearly an hour away from the site of this morning's crash. Channel 9's Sabrina Majore continues our live team coverage from there right now. And Sabrina, you actually spoke to some migrant workers there who know the victims.
Martha, we did speak to some migrant workers, and we're actually on standby. These are some of the folks with the Mexican consulate who are preparing for a press conference in just a little bit. We expect that to happen in just a few minutes now. Now, we watched as these folks arrived here about an hour ago. They went around this hotel, this motel, speaking to some of those migrants and learning more information from them. We do expect to learn more about the victims in this specific case. We do want to show you the buses that are on the site here. They do belong to Olvera Trucking Corporation. And if you zoom into the buses, you can see there's some signage posted here saying that these farm workers were, farm workers and that these were buses transporting farm workers. You can also see there are signage for farm worker rights as well. Again, we are on standby waiting for this press conference to start in just a little bit. We spoke to several of the workers today who told us they are, very upset and emotional about this. They told us that this has been a heavy day for all of them and that this is not something any of them could have anticipated or planned for. And again, we're going to let you guys go for right now because we're just about to start this press conference in a little bit. We'll let you know what we learned. But for now, reporting live in Gainesville, I'm Sabrina Majore, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
All right, Sabrina, thank you. And Sabrina has been there again all afternoon. She is bilingual, also dealing and talking with those people that are so worried today. And we're also learning more tonight about the company that hired these workers. Investigative reporter Shannon Butler is live in studio. Shannon, you've been digging through documents and found out those workers just started working at that Canon Farms location.
Yeah, Greg, in fact, just a few days ago, they were headed for watermelon harvesting season. What they're doing is not unusual. In fact, here in Florida, we employ about 50,000 workers under what's called H-2A. It was Alvera Trucking that filed the forms for those migrants and were in charge of transporting them to and from that farm. According to the documents from the U.S. Department of Labor, the trucking company filed paperwork for 43 workers to work at Canon Farms from May 1st to June 2024. That's under that H-2A program. That program allows employers who meet specific regulatory requirements to bring foreign nationals to the U.S. to fill those temporary agricultural jobs. The documents show that some of those workers were working 6 days a week at the farm. Those migrants, again, under that H-2A program, have to be documented, with these workers staying in that hotel in Gainesville where you just saw Sabrina, at least temporarily. The company again offered a base rate of pay about $14.77 an hour, with promises of housing and transportation to and from those fields. Research shows that Alvera has been involved with hiring migrant workers for years and has helped Canon Farms before that with their seasonal work.
This is a very large county. For your viewers that don't know this, we're the 5th largest county in this state. We are a very big agricultural county. So this time of year, we always have migrant workers that are in our county that are on buses just like this.
Now, we did reach out to Homeland Security this morning. It would not give us any information on the investigation into the crash. A spokesperson only telling us that HSI Orlando is currently on the scene for the bus crash alongside the state and local first responders to address the overall situation. As soon as they have something that's releasable, they told us they will, of course, follow up. Now, that trucking company is based in Collier County along with the owners. No one answered the phone or responded to our emails today, but recently was looking for temporary drivers to bus those workers to the watermelon fields. The trucking company has been registered with the state since 2010 and does right now have an active license. Just an unfortunate situation there in Marion County, Greg.
As you said, Shannon, it's in Marion County and all across our area. These migrant workers are used to pick those fields and to help those growers and farmers, and they are here under legal documents. Thank you for that report. Count on Channel 9 to continue following every development in this just horrifically tragic story that's rocking that Central Florida migrant farm community. World News Tonight with David Muir will have much more on the investigation coming up at 6:30. And make sure to tune in tonight at WFTV tonight at 11 for any